Hey, all, Baruch Levi B here from Defiant Spirit. I want to share with you in this video a new program, a new offering that I have for you called 9 Shades of Love, the Enneagram of relationships, intimacy, and yes, mind-blowing orgasms. It is true. That's where we start, but that is not where we finish. I don't use the Enneagram coaching clients and guiding people through life and living my own life just to get laid. Like that is a starting point. It's a human need and desire. I don't have to explain that to you. You're in the game, you live it, you know it. However, it's only a starting point. If we are going to ascend in our consciousness, in living a life of meaning, purpose, and resilience, as I always teach, we are going to have to go higher or go deeper or go inwards. And that requires a roadmap. That's where the Enneagram comes in. And that's why I created this cheat sheet for you. It's fun and it's cute, but it is also a pointer to, well, intimacy. One of the ways we get there is by knowing our lover and knowing what he or she wants and needs. But nothing is more central to having great sex and, yes, achieving climax, orgasm, but especially getting into the area of true romance, of intimacy, than vulnerability. Unless we can become truly vulnerable with that person across from us, as it says in the Bible, right? Adam and Eve becoming one flesh, standing naked, feeling no shame, then we're going to have to deal with vulnerability. And that's where this comes in. This is 9 ways that each of us really feels most vulnerable. And maybe I know it about my lover, in this case, my wife, Ariella. In the only case, just making that clear, Ariella. For 25 years, only Ariella. I know her vulnerability, but when I have the Enneagram, and I don't print this out and go into the bedroom, though, you know what? If I was starting out, I might have helped us, saved us a lot of agony. I can see it. I can have a roadmap. There's just something that happens when you can name it and you can harness that energy. So I want you to look at 9 fundamental vulnerabilities. And once you figure out your lovers, you can truly help them feel secure and safe and open up and go deeper and rise higher. And yes, have great sex. Okay, Enneagram 1. We'll just march around the Enneagram. And again, all of this is in the download, free, complimentary, 9 ways of love, 9 shades of love. You can click on the show notes below. Number 1, reformer, perfectionist. They are vulnerable around feeling not good. They long to be good. They long to be perfect. And yes, that can carry over into the bedroom and certainly into their relationships, where they just inherently have a sense of, well, dirtiness. And so you can imagine that they grapple quite a bit with sexuality, with not feeling like they're good enough, or that they're being good, or that they're delivering a perfect experience. Help them get into their heart, because they'll be in their head, and just remind them that perfection doesn't work anywhere, and especially not in the bedroom. This is a place about, hey, getting a little bit messy, literally, figuratively. And that's the beauty of it all, right? Polished perfection, that's not intimacy. But when we can embrace each other, all of the messiness of what our relationship brings, and that's good enough, ones will settle down, they'll open up, and they'll be all in. Enneagram 2, the helper, the nurturer, the lover. They have a need to give. They have a need to serve. They have a need to make you happy, which on the surface can be nice and sounds quite nice, but beneath the surface, it doesn't come without strings. Their giving oftentimes has an implicit or explicit string attached to it. It can cause resentment over time. It's not a sustainable relationship if it's all give and no receive. They need to be reminded that they have needs to help them find their needs, help them get back to their needs. When I coach and counsel 2s, it's oftentimes helping them remember who they are, what they need, and then asking for it. Anticipate their needs. They've been serving you outside the bedroom and inside the bedroom probably for quite some time. So look to him and anticipate what he needs. Figure it out. He may not know, or help him explore, help her open up and receive. Enneagram 3, the achiever. The achiever wants to impress and cares a lot about how it looks, an image. It comes from a good place of wanting to be accepted, to be worthy of your love. However, there's a place, time and place for achievement. And usually it's not in the most intimate relationships. That's not where achievement and success really comes in. Certainly not in bed. I mean, if what you mean by success is the technical success, fine, but they can lose themselves in the performance, becoming performative. Help them remember it's not about how good you look or how good I look. It's about the deeper connection. It's about heart. These are heart types. They just forget. Help them get back into their heart and remember that there's no one to impress here. So just get undressed. Enneagram 4, the individualist. This is the type that just goes deep, and they can go dark, and they can really get into suffering. And so be very mindful that they live with tremendous shame. 2, 3, and 4 all live with shame. 4s, it's just on the surface. So help them remind them that they're worthy. They don't need to be special. They need to be themselves. Their authentic self is good, is beautiful, and that is, well, special enough. And when you do that, they will be far more ready to show you who they are and what they're all about. And whatever you do, if you're in relationship with 4, receive what they have to offer, even if it's too deep, even if it's too dark, right? Just don't shame them, because they live with plenty of shame. Enneagram 5, the investigator. This is the head type, the ultimate head type. This is the one who needs to help getting out of their head and into their heart. Notice on the Enneagram, there's a gap in between 4 and 5. 4 is deep emotion, 5 is deep feeling. The biggest journey we all have to make in life is from here to here. That's your work if you're in relationship with a 5. Help them get out of their head in bed. Help them get out of their head and express themselves, feel their emotions. Now, don't rush them. They need time. Give them time. Don't surprise them. But it doesn't mean they don't like to go deep. 50 Shades of Grey, very much an Enneagram 5 book, so get out of their way. Enneagram 6, the loyalist. Like the 2, they're here to serve, but it comes from a different place than Enneagram 2. Enneagram 6, the loyalist, wants to feel safe and secure and know that they belong. Whereas 2s want to give and feel like you need them. 2s want to know that there's a place at the table or in this bed, and that your mind isn't wandering, or worse yet, other parts of you are wandering. So how can you help them feel less vulnerable and more secure? By feeling more secure. Lock the door, right? That might be a start. These are the types that really care about their environment. Make sure they feel safe. Doesn't mean they can't loosen up and have fun and play. It just means they need to know that they are secure. Demonstrate loyalty. Of course, more than just not infidelity. Demonstrate loyalty in your words, in your actions, in your deeds. Consistency is so important for a 6. So they're not going to want just a quickie. They're going to want to know that this isn't a one and done. These aren't the types to feel secure in that kind of a relationship. So make sure you're there before, during, and stick around after, if you know what I mean. Enneagram 7. These are the spice of life types. These are the enthusiasts. Enneagram 7s like to play out in life and probably in the bedroom as well. Enneagram 7s need variety. It doesn't mean they can't be loyal. It doesn't mean they can't be in a monogamous relationship. It does, however, mean that they need to keep it fresh, to keep it real, to keep it unreal. There are other types that want it real. They want to not feel the constraints. And I believe monogamous relationships are the deepest relationships, and it can become more spicy over time. It can become more diverse without leaving the bedroom, if you know what I mean. But it has to be effort. There has to be effort put into it. These types want romance, and they want sort of the whole experience on this Valentine's Day or any day. So keep it fresh, even if that's not how you want it. That's what makes them feel less vulnerable. That's partially comes from a place of they aren't so good at going deep naturally, organically. They don't necessarily like the suffering-filled stuff. So get them there gently and slowly, because this can't just be about sex. Can't just be about the bedroom. It's also got to be about going deeper. You'll get them there. Be gentle, give them time, and lead them according to their way. Enneagram 8 and 9. Enneagram 8, the challenger, the truth teller. This is the powerful type. They, however, are softies. I'm an 8. We pretend to be tough. However, with our lover, for me, with Ariella, all I want is to have a safe space where I can stop being the tough guy, bring down the defenses, and share my true thoughts, my fears, my desires. Make it safe for them. Do not betray an 8. You'll never get them back. It takes a tremendous amount of effort for them to open up and to give themselves over to you, to your power. So when you have that kind of power, treat it with kid gloves, because an 8 has given you the greatest gift he or she can give you. But they are truly vulnerable underneath it all. You just got to give them time. Also, you got to be assertive and tell them, hey, not here, not now. Sit down, shut up, and play the game. Enneagram 9s, finally, the peacemaker. They are gentle spirits. They are easy boys and girls. However, that is oftentimes a facade, because underneath, they're scared of conflict. So don't begin with conflict. Don't have a conflict with them and then expect you're going to then make up for it in the bedroom. You're going to have to regain their trust. Like 6s, you're going to have to make them feel safe. Also with 9s, they're a lot like 2s. They may not know what they need or like. They may not be good at asking for it. So give them an opportunity to voice their needs, to get in touch with their needs. Give them what they want or help them find what they want. And with a big one with 9s is when they say no, they mean no. So certainly the obvious no, respect that. But even at a deeper level, right? They need to feel comfortable, and don't trust them saying yes, because sometimes they're saying yes and they're feeling resentful inside. Help them speak their truth, help them find their voice, and watch out, because these types are very powerful once they feel they're no longer vulnerable and they're safe. Those are 9 fundamental ways to help your lover or anybody in your life deal with their vulnerability, feel safe, and feel secure on the pathway to true intimacy. Yes, in the bedroom, but so much more than that. Download the free cheat sheet I made for you, and there's so much more where that came from, but that's my gift for you on this Valentine's Day or any day. Until the next time, defy your number and live your spirit.